In this video, we're going to cover proper use of the Ravin Press. Use only the Ravin Press on your Ravin crossbow. Do not use the Ravin Press on any other crossbow. Improper use of this Ravin Press can result in serious injury or death. The Ravin Press was designed specifically to compress the limbs of your Ravin crossbow so you can change the strings and cables and unstring the crossbow. We recommend wearing safety glasses when using or handling your crossbow. Before starting any of these steps, please make sure the crossbow is unloaded and uncocked. Your Ravin crossbow limbs can be compressed while the scope is mounted to the bow. However, for ease of use, we recommend you remove the scope from the scope rail. Step 1, let's identify the four main components of the Ravin Press. The T-handle can be turned by hand with a 1/2-inch combination wrench or a 1/2-inch socket and driver. The stationary block remains stationary when compressing the limbs. A radius is cut into the block to hold the limb axle in place. The adjustment block moves within the channel on the rail as you rotate the T-handle. A radius cut in the block holds the limb axle mount. The rail guides the adjustment block. The cam axles on the crossbow slide within the channel when properly seated. Rotate the T-handle clockwise to move the adjustment block until it's at least 11 inches away from the stationary block. The T-handle can be turned by hand or a 1/2-inch socket and driver. Lay the Ravin Press on the table with the blocks in the upright position. Turn the crossbow upside down. Slowly move the front end of the crossbow between the stationary block and the adjustment block until the limb axle mounts are centered on the blocks. Lay the crossbow on the rail of the crossbow press. The cam axles should set inside the channel of the rail on the crossbow press. Slide the crossbow toward the stationary block until it touches, keeping the axles in the channel. The limb axle mount on the limb closest to the stationary block should seat into the radius on the stationary block. Slowly rotate the T-handle clockwise, sliding the adjustment block in until it contacts the opposite limb axle mount. Make sure the limb axle mount is centered on the radius of the adjustment block. Verify that the limb axles are in the channel on the rail. Rotate the T-handle slowly until the string and cables are loose enough to remove. Do not compress the limbs too far or damage to the crossbow may result. When changing strings and cables, be careful not to add or remove twists from the strings or cables during installation, as this can be detrimental to performance and accuracy. Before you uncompress the limbs, make sure the strings and cables are in their grooves. To uncompress the limbs, simply slowly rotate the T-handle counterclockwise until the string and cables are at full tension.